Hey guys, John Loxley here, back with our blind playthrough of Orwell. Let me just start my my 45-minute timer real fast. So yeah, for those of you that have been watching these videos as they're coming out, thank you, and thanks for your patience. Yeah, I've been, hopefully I don't sound too tired on this video. I've been working a lot this past week and a half, 2 weeks, averaging basically like 12 hours a day, including weekends. So I think one day I did like 19 and a few 16-hour days. So it's been a little rough, but hopefully that's gonna, kind of calm down a little bit for a while. But anyway, so today, at least for Orwell, I did want to talk about the movie Hackers. So Red Letter Media did they have this like review series where they basically rewatch, older movies and just talk about them. It's not quite a full blanket review. It's not quite a half in the bag, maybe a little bit of both. But yeah, the whole premise of the movie Hackers, and it's horribly dated. It did not pass the test of time. But it's one of the guys, as a kid, hacks into some government system and he gets banned from computers until he's 18. And I was thinking about that in this day and age, and what do you guys think? Would it be even possible? Like, what would happen if you were banned from computers just at all? I mean, that would basically mean no cell phone, right? No cell phone, no internet. Job applications are online these days. Would you even be able to live? How far does it go? Does it go to your car? Because your car has computers in it. I don't know. I mean, that's a question. And since this whole game is about surveillance societies and stuff, where does it end? So that's it. That's it for now. I mean, as far as that, little paranoid thought. By the way, speaking of work, one of the guys that I do work with shares kind of similar ideas on like privacy and stuff. And I understand. Listening to him speak, I understand how paranoid some of this stuff sounds. It sounds bad. It sounds really bad. Like a normal person that doesn't really get all this stuff or see all the Orwell stuff that's going on in our lives. They're just like, whatever, man. And then you start telling them and they're like, holy crap, you're crazy. And you're not, you're just aware. So I guess you're only paranoid if they're not actually up, or wait, you're only paranoid if they're not actually out to get you. Right. Okay. Let's go back. Days on Duty 2. I figured we'd be past the second day already, but apparently not. Maybe we're coming up on it. Just take a drink of my coffee real fast. Trying to wake up a little bit more. All right, I don't actually remember. Find out remaining protest of thought took place. Yeah, I don't remember what we were doing. Not really. But I guess we were going through the last of these. Oh yeah, so that last episode, also kind of funny because I talked about like being careful online and then I disappear for a week and a half. No, that section in the middle with like the content ID'd stuff, it did get content ID'd as it turned out. And YouTube actually has a like some sort of a editing thing where you can actually just take out the video and supposedly leave the underlying audio intact. But it kind of messed it up. Like it messed up the quality of the audio, so I sound echoey. I don't quite I mean, I'm definitely not as clear when I went back and listened to it after it had been published. So I probably won't be doing that again. I don't want to have ads on my videos, but especially not ads from someone else. But I mean, if that's the price I have to pay for the audio to sound all right, then I guess that's probably what I'll do. I don't know. If you guys have ideas, let me know. I'm curious as well. Entry number 8. Thoughts must change direction. Or thought. Maybe the group. No, I've read this already. Oh. Okay. Concerned 1. This is... Who is this? This is that... Oh, Nina person? Yeah. Despises law enforcement. I bet this goes both ways. That they don't like her either, yeah. I know all the way back to the thing I messed up organizing. Interesting, what did she do for thought that she might have messed up? Probably one of the protests. I feel like that's the way this is gonna go. And I don't believe we've read this one. Let's see, Metamorphosis. By Harrison O'Donnell. Or Hancock. The fight for freedom will be carried into the streets starting today, and thought will be the spearhead. The government consists of only ass-kissing motherfucking turds. Oh, Harrison. Oh, sorry, Jack. Oh, there's a conflict, though. Hostile towards the government. National opinion, shut the... Oh. Well, we'll read this, and then we'll solve the conflict. Excuse me, I'm yawning a lot. Hopefully it doesn't sound too bad on the audio. I know one of the Dishonored, or perhaps several, I sounded like super exhausted. But I've at least been getting some sleep, so, you know. The beauty that is freedom of speech. Isn't it great that in this country I can say whatever I please and no one can hold it against me? Irony. Irony is happening right now. It's just my opinion and you might disagree. You shouldn't because I'm right at that, but yeah, you may. And you might as well judge me to be an asshole, and that is fine too. It isn't. Okay. As long as it will not have legal consequences for me. I think it is a great measurement of the amount of freedom in our country that as long as I'm able to write this, and there isn't any government lackey taking that statement and reporting it to some supervisor, ha ha ha, yes, we truly are free. George Orwell said, if liberty means anything at all, it means the right to tell people what they do not want to hear. True that. With the current course towards more and more surveillance, our state of the nation's slow metamorphosis, it is inevitable that this will change one day, and it's damn well possible that day isn't too far off at all. There must be a counterweight to this process, and the answer can only be that the thought no longer stays in our heads. No, we will carry it onto the streets of the nation, become transformed, and by that reimplanted and... What? Become transformed, and by that reimplanted back into the minds. An invincible idea that we shall always truly be free, or be truly free. Declared thought to be a revolutionary activist group. Well, so here's the thing, right? If you silence speech, then violence is the only option left. So that's part of why free speech is so important. So, an activist group after all, and now we know who had the primary say in that. Do we? I kind of feel like I'm confused a little bit. This is a great moment. I'm glad we finally get to action. Any plans where we'll strike first? Who do you think I am, huh? Of course I do. We'll hold a nice little proclamation where we were born. Let's piss off the so-called young elite. No offense, Abe. My friends, though I share your enthusiasm towards acquiring people's attention, it would be better to avoid Stelligan as place of any demonstration for the moment. Because of the increased student fees, the atmosphere is heated up enough as it is. We might be able to get back to Stelligan later on. Oh, the music changed. What a pity, but you're probably right, Abe. So what about holding a proclamation on a government building then? Sounds like a worthy first demo. Conflict with another known data chunk. Unroll the banners from the roof, that kind of thing. I think we need to strike into the heart of the everyday people to really cause a stir. We should go for storming a Bontton Mall as our first thing. Maybe even wait until it's all busy, say around Xmas. They're like 3 people at this point. They're not going to storm anywhere. Although I know we want to gather more people to join us, we should not discuss the matter here. There are eyes out there who might be malevolent towards us. Yep. Oh, are these the two conflicts? Okay, I don't really understand what the conflict is. You're saying he's planning this one, she's planning this one. Okay. I guess I'll go with the Nina one. I have no idea. This Nina planned it? Are you sure? Amal? Well, that must be it then. That's where the third bomb will be. I have no idea, man. And I don't know if I've mentioned this before. There's an issue, not necessarily with the game, but the game is, art reflects life and life reflects art, all that stuff. It kind of shows that, you're trying to do the right thing, but ultimately you're screwing someone because the interface isn't designed appropriately or the right questions weren't asked. So, bureaucracy gets in the way. I guess maybe that's a poor way of explaining it. But there are dozens of malls. Which one is it? I don't know. Alright, if that's all we have, it's what we have to work with. So let's get this interrogation thing going before we run out of time. I'm actually located in the same facility where Miss Watergate is being detained. I'll have her moved to an interrogation room and walk across to cover my identity. I will connect her to her via an internal hardline. Oh. What? Okay. Let's just hope that what you've provided gives us enough leverage over her. I will open a connection for you to eavesdrop. After all, this is your case too. Plus, we need all the possible info found in Orwell. Hold on. Okay, there's the listener thing. In the meantime, I don't understand why there's... Supports the government position, rejects government position, and what's the other? Wait. Hostile towards government. So it's basically support, reject, and hostile. July 2015 versus... Well, this is older. And then what's this one? Where's the... Oh, 2017. I mean, if I'm going to go purely by date, this would be the latest one. I don't think this is his actual thing. I guess we'll do this because he's not necessarily hostile towards the government. He's hostile towards the idea, which is understandable. No one wants to be surveyed. But I don't know. We're only looking through a single lens. Anything else would have come as a surprise. Okay. Right, so listener. Call Cassandra Watergate. So you're just calling her? That's weird. Who is this? Why can't you just leave me alone? I mean, you're in jail. Miss Watergate, my name is Symes. Great, Symes, you can go fuck yourself. I already told the other guys everything over and over again. It wasn't me who hit the officer. We have new evidence that states otherwise, which is why you are in custody again. But that's not what this is about. We are investigating the bombings at Freedom Plaza and Stelligan. I just want to ask you some questions. Cooperate and it might reflect positively on you. Oh, you want to frame me for this as well? I must be such a busy terrorist I was right here imprisoned while I set up a goddamn bomb at Stelligan. We know you didn't trigger the bomb at Stelligan. Maybe not the one at Thought. Or wait, what? Oh, I hate this. Maybe not even the one at Freedom Plaza. It just keeps shifting. We do know you have been in close contact with a group called Thought. What? They have nothing to do with it. I want to talk to my lawyer right now. You mean that boyfriend of yours, Joseph Langley? My boyfriend? You know that? We know a lot about you, Miss Watergate. But I don't need to call him then. Now shove off. Your defiance towards me is not advisable. What about your parents, Bruno and Alice? They've got a nice company, don't they? Association with a criminal case against their daughter yet again could hurt them badly. Wow, you're... Well... Okay. You're interrogating her, whatever. Last time I was in custody, all they ever did was suggesting I'd leave my position as junior COO. Does that give you the impression of a picture-perfect family? Well, have it your way then. We have your confession in regards to that nasty incident with the police officer. You'll have to go through that whole process again. It's going to drag on for a long while. And where did you get this supposed confession? I never did anything. Miss Carrington stated this in a conversation with you. Have you been spying on us, you dirty little government fucker? Well, I hope you also noted she stated this happened in defense. Indeed, we did note that. That does mean you have nothing on me. It seems my colleagues didn't tell you have been assessed as a potentially dangerous, did they? Ah, potentially dangerous. I like the sound of that. Oh, me so dangerous. This is not a joke, Miss Watergate. See, it's all in this profile here. In accordance with the safety bill, people being assessed as potentially dangerous may be held in custody for a very, very long time until they are deemed no longer a threat. Bullshit, you can't just make something up and flag me as dangerous just because it suits your case. Well, that's what our government was doing for a bit. Or perhaps still, who knows. It's an official investigative result. We can even double the time span you'll sit in here with a police record like yours. No, why? I hope you like your cell and your cellmates, but cooperate and avoid this at once. Why are you doing this to me? Just answer my questions and I might be able to help. Wow, this is going on. I don't know what you expect from me. I first went to the Freedom Plaza demo. I don't know much about their plans. We know a person going by the name of Nina had plans to storm a mall. Do you know which one? A mall? A mall, yeah. A mall was mentioned once or twice. I think it was that huge place, the Circle Mall. Okay, are you going to keep moving it? Phew, I guess that went good. Thank God you provided valuable info. Unfortunately for Miss Watergate, I cannot do much for her. It just doesn't work like this. What's in Orwell is in Orwell, and acting upon it is mandatory. Yep, there you go. Which is silly. But then again, I mean, it's silly, but this violates all due process and other stuff. So, I don't know. So the whole premise of what was it? The whole premise of 1984 is that everyone eventually breaks. I mean, that's the whole reason societies like this are able to exist, is that no one will stand up to it. And I don't know. I mean, that's what, they promise you, oh, hey, well, vague promises of we'll reduce your sentence or blah, blah, blah. It's lies, and then you cooperate, and that's it. So, I don't know. I know what you must think now, but would you rather not save these people? We did the right thing, you and me. Looks like the biggest mall in all of Bonton, the Circle Mall, is our target. All hell will surely break loose once the report goes out, but I don't think we have a choice. Add the data chunk to Cassandra's profile, and I will form the cavalry so they can do their job. Circle Mall, are you completely sure? Yes, I do think so. Alright, this will have to suffice. Wait, what about this reflecting positively on me, huh? Your cooperation was noted. All will be dealt with in due time. Goodbye. That's why I guess you never talk. Made interrogation statement. First demonstration of thought took place at the Circle Mall. Okay. There we go. And they tell you too, this cannot be undone. Okay, it's done. Evacuation is in progress. Better keep our fingers crossed that we're right and that we're not too late already. Now all we can do is wait. Okay. Esther Carrington. Her parents? Her sister or something? I don't remember who Esther is. Just a little bit of coffee there. I need it. I need it today. Okay. Welcome to Rosentech. This is PR. Hello, honey. It's me again. Mom. I just heard breaking news on the radio. They're evacuating the Circle Mall. They also told everyone to avoid the places around the mall. You best head home at once. Jesus, what's taking so long? This waiting around makes me feel so helpless. But I really think you did fine. I shall... Yep, a homemade explosive device has been found by local police units on the scene at the Circle Mall. We did it. We saved all those people. Your diligence was brilliant. Now the question is, was it planted? Not necessarily by this guy, but by the creators of Orwell. Next up, we will pull this Nina apart and find out who is really responsible for all this mess. Really great work. Get some rest. You deserve it. Okay, well that's the end of day 2. Just her breaking loose. Evacuating, you best head home at once. Evacuating, Mom, I can't just leave work. You're overdue already. Oh, well, yeah, fine, I'll get home soon, okay? Thank you, honey. See you soon. Be careful. Yeah, see you soon, Mom. Alright, so no new stuff. These are probably things I didn't include. Headlines. Explosive device found at the Circle Mall. Okay, we read that one already. Explosive device has been found and disarmed at the Circle Mall in Boynton. After a sudden evacuation and thorough search, a device which has been identified as homemade bomb has been found by police forces at the Circle Mall. The device has been disarmed by specialists on site. Although authorities refused to comment at this time, it is suspected this might have been the bombing announced earlier by the letter found at the previous bomb site. We will continue our report as the situation develops. For the moment, it's strongly advised to keep clear of the area around the Circle Mall. Written by Harrison, or Hancock. Oh, was that it? I guess so. Okay. Well then. Are you sure you want to finish work today? All unprocessed data chunks will expire. Yes, log out. Okay. Based on the data you submitted, we have learned the following. Yep, okay. And I got another... Oh, next day or main menu, okay. Got another Steam achievement, or a couple ones from that. I don't know. I mean, I was just thinking, like, is it possible you could just not submit anything? So, there was this game, Spec Ops The Line, and if you haven't played it, you should. It's pretty amazing. I'm not going to spoil it or anything, but, you know, things happen in it. I mean, obviously, right? You know, you play a game, things happen. But one of the creators, one of the developers or whatever, said that a valid ending to the game is just to turn it off. You know, get to a certain point and then you're just like, nope. You know, you as the player are making the choice to refuse. If that makes any sense. Like, you're... You know, I could just quit playing this and be like, no, I'm not participating in targeting all these people. And maybe that's the right thing. Maybe that's the whole point of the, because I'm going through with this as the player, and so I'm also responsible for perpetrating this stuff. I could just stop, but I won't. I'll keep going. And that's the whole thing with the end of 1984. Like, no one ever resists. They just keep doing it. And that's why they succeed. So, something to think about. Let's go on to the next day. Unperson, episode 3. The hero returns. No, it's all fine, really. You deserve the credit. Are you being sarcastic with me, Symes? I'll beat you up. At least from me, because you'll never get a public one. Just imagine your name in big letters in that TNB article. This Nina character is the final member of Thought that we don't have concrete information on. Since she's the one that planned the protest at the Circle Mall and now a bomb has been found there, she is now of special interest to us. Cassandra's been the only one arrested so far, or, I don't know, black-bagged, whatever you want to call it. Her stance towards law enforcement just gives us one more reason, as you found out yesterday. Focus on Nina, but keep watching all the others too. Okay, so we have a listener and a reader. Let's see. Harrison. From unknown person to Harrison O'Donnell. Hey, forgot to charge my phone tonight, and yeah, so I have to do the old-fashioned way. I really want to thank you for the very nice evening. Art. I haven't enjoyed myself so much in well ever. Only to be topped by that night, that is. A winky face. I was hoping you'd drop by... Hoping you drop by CCC and come pick me up tonight. We can cook together, maybe watch something, and who knows, maybe continue where we left off. You in? Smiley face. Funny, I just realized that I've never been to your place, even after all these years we have known each other too. Oh, known each other. So I figure hiding another love affair of yours there are... What? Are you? This grammar is weird, and I can't talk also, so, that doesn't help. Probably your ex, the one you've been talking about ever so often when I was around. Or this girl that always yammering on about how she despised the safety bill. Nina, I think? Nina vehemently opposes the safety bill, of course. You notice that all the worst stuff always has the nicest name? Like the safety bill, the Patriot Act, the... what was the one that was trying to ban rock music? The family coherence, or... I don't remember. There was one that was trying to ban rock music. Or metal or something like that, and they were called like the Family Togetherness Group or something weird like that. Family Values, something along those lines, I don't remember. And then I think they got shot down or it didn't go through or whatever, and then the bands created the Family Values Tour as a result of that. Let's see, so is this Nina? Okay, boom. Why would someone oppose the safety bill? We have the lowest crime rate in years, or possibly ever. Well, some people value freedom more than, I don't know, whatever you call not freedom. You and me, we have a job thanks to the bill. The only reason to not support it is if you have a dirty past. Right, the whole, if you have nothing to hide, you have nothing to fear. Yeah, okay. With the situation as heated as it is, this sounds like someone we should have a very close look at. We need a full examination first, a concrete background. Who is she? Second, what motivates her? What does she want? And finally, where was she around the time of the bombings? Let's see. Come to think of it, for all that torment you owe me big time, so I really, really demand to come to your place. Love you, Marka. P.S. If you're going to the city center today, please, pretty please, take care of yourself with all the bombs and stuff. Don't stay any longer than necessary, okay? How is this under the listener? It's email. Oh, well, okay. Oh, insider, so I guess we're gonna hack into people's computers eventually. You know, the whole nothing to hide, nothing to fear thing reminds me of one line from, I think it was Alpha Centauri. It's like it was basically the sequel to Civilization 2, Sid Meier's Civilization 2. And it went something like, beware of he who wishes to control your access to information, for in his heart he dreams himself your master. And that's kind of how I feel about a lot of this stuff. It's not, you know, it's like the road to hell is paved with good intentions. It's not a good intention that these people are move this stuff forward. They always say that it's always like, oh, for your safety. It's like, let me worry about my safety. You know, if you're worried about my safety more than I am, that worries me. You should immediately be suspicious of those people. Investigators avert catastrophe at the Circle Mall. Let's read more. Third bombing in Bonton Mall averted due to investigative success. Delacroix gives confirmation of efforts. Let's see. The Circle Mall in Bonton this morning locked down but safe and sound. Image. Him. And whoever this is. Yeah, locked down but safe and sound. That's kind of a good summation of this society. You know, and then, well... Man, my soapbox is really coming out during this game. Once again, Bonton has become the center of attention due to a terrorist assault, except this time it has emerged unscathed. Due to the efforts of the Special Investigation Unit, the last in a series of 3 previously announced bombings has been averted. The proposed scene of the crime was the Circle Mall in the center of Bonton, which was locked down and secured by police forces yesterday evening, right after the investigation team managed to correctly estimate what location the terrorists were aiming at. How do you know there's only 3? Catherine Delacroix, Secretary of Security, gave a short conference to representatives of the press. In it, she stated the successful prevention of the bombing attempt to be proof for surveillance and investigative measures to be functional. The search for the perpetrators of these nefarious acts of crime would now be the top priority for the investigators, who have substantial leads. This also reminds me of something. The Salem witch trials. Right? It's kind of the same thing. You know, security theater, Salem witch trials, you're going after people. So the Salem witch trials were stopped not because people came to their senses, but because I think it was the governor's wife was accused. So the people in charge did nothing while the people below them were getting torn apart. And they only put a stop to it once they were in the crosshairs of this thing that they had allowed to be created. So that's what I'm wondering about this. I mean, so if this goes the way that it should, based on the story and, you know, the book and all that stuff, is she'll be in charge, but she'll be one of the perpetrators. I don't know. We'll figure this out together. Didn't I? Oh, was there another? The National Opinion Beyond Watch. Oh, all new. Okay. Let's see. Movie release endangered by lawsuit against director. Movie director Aaron sued by lead actors over breach of contract. Post-production of Grey Shadows Part 3 is on hold indefinitely. Release on Valentine's Day is endangered. Things have always been tense between actors and eccentric director Sumishi Aaron, right? Image Rhubarb Productions. Hillberry. It has been a tough wait for fans of the ongoing Grey Shadows saga. The final act of the trilogy has already been postponed several times for a multitude of reasons, and now there seems to be yet another real threat of delay added to the list. Rhubarb Productions, the studio behind 100 Grey Shadows, announced today that post-production duties would be suspended until further notice. It was then reported that the suspension was due to a pending lawsuit filed by the lead actors, Mike McDeal and Betty Avon, against the movie's director, Sumishi Aaron, who allegedly breached a clause in their contract. The agreement clearly stated that no images of the movie would be made public without explicit consent of both actors, which was not the case for the edited movie poster Aaron had shared online. And I'll click on this in a second. On Thursday, this has put the expected Valentine's Day release in jeopardy. Fans have been talking to online message boards, sharing theories that the lawsuit and other holdups during production have been arranged to cover up the desolate state of the movie. As a result, the Rhubarb Productions timeline profile has been bombarded with messages of anger, with rabid fans wanting answers. In the meantime, there is also news that is sure to soothe the fan spirit. McDeal and Avon have announced on both their websites they have resolved their issues and are a happy couple once more. Oh. Let's check out this poster. Oh, 100 Grey Shadows, that's the one? Okay. Well, let's go back. Be on watch, the national opinion. Column author Harrison O'Donnell reflects on last week's article and calls on the citizens of the nation to show courage in the face of terror. Oh. Something else that happened in the book was at the beginning of... So at the beginning of the book, the guy that's the protagonist sees a former villain or a former terrorist, and he's being executed, I think, after he got rehabilitated and he confessed all his crimes, and then he gets executed. And they kind of show you how that happens. Like, the people that resist are the ones that are targeted, and it's only after they're broken that they're killed, because that's the point. The point is that no one can resist. And so you can't kill them if they're resisting. You have to wait for them to be fully broken. So I'm wondering if something similar has happened to this dude, or if he's just a mole or a sleeper agent. Who knows? Let's read. Oh, look at all that blue. Column author Harrison O'Donnell reflects on last week's article and calls in on the citizens of the nation to show courage in the face of terror. So let's get something abundantly clear to begin with. I feel bad. I feel like a fucking moron, and rightly so. In last week's No article, I blabbered about how some bombs would soon go off in Bontton or Farview, at that time just to advertise my point of view. I'm truly sorry for everyone involved or affected by those terrible events. It never was my intention to ridicule or trivialize the attacks in Bontton. Yeah. Okay, are you going to say something? A strange way to underline one's argument. It's still peculiar he mentioned bombings before anything happened, but, well... let's see. Well, if you've not been living under a rock and a massive boulder at that for the last couple of days, you absolutely must have heard that that is pretty much exactly what went down. It's far beyond, I hate to say it, but I told you so. Thanks to the efforts of our government and the safety bill, the latest attempt has now been prevented. Finally, a kick in the terrorists' butts. Naturally, there are still tons of critical questions. How the hell is this possible to begin with when we have all the CCTV and new safety regulations out there? Why spend so much money for mechanisms that don't protect lives as they should? Well, I mean, I have a theory. There's no point in preventing crime, because then it's like IT, right? If everything's working fine, you're like, why are we spending so much money on the IT department? They don't do anything. But it's the fact that they're doing their jobs is keeping everything running smoothly. It's only when things break that you're like, oh, the IT, finally. So it's that sort of thing. It's, you have all the CCTV and then you let terrorists bomb stuff on purpose so that you can justify your own existence, which is horrible. Why is there still no real suspect in sight, not even to mention in custody? These questions neglect one fact, though. People killing asswipes are among us. I think that's phrased poorly, but okay. They are our neighbors. They are like you. They are like me. Mind you, they're most certainly not like me. It's tough for cameras or other automated safety systems to recognize a criminal or terrorist before he actually commits a crime. They cannot look into houses, and certainly, thankfully, cannot look into the soul of a passerby. We, the people of our great nation, must grow ever more vigilant. We ourselves must stand up for our safety alongside of high-tech security mechanisms, as those can only work in addition to our own perception. Let's not get intimidated and not back down to some shitheads thinking they can spoil our way of life. Report suspicious things going on as soon as you learn about them. It's your duty to the community, but mostly yourself. Loose lips can also sink terrorist ships, figuratively speaking. He's right, we cannot save everyone, but we're still the watchful eye of the nation. Wow, you got swayed really fast. Let's do this one, and then we'll do the listener. How much time do I have left? Been recording for about 40 minutes, that's fine. Oh, hey! Let's see, war on indifference. The indifference towards their own rights is a worse enemy than the government itself when we are to overcome privacy-destroying surveillance laws. I agree. You know, if you really want a good viewpoint, talk to some of those people that lived in the, Soviet Union under, like, the KGB and stuff. It's only because we don't realize, generally speaking, how bad things can come or go. Become. How bad they can become that we just let things go. You know? We have to worry about the latest iPhone or whatever. Okay, there's like cat hair in my eyes. Alright, that's a little bit better. Okay. We are in a state of war against our own government. The declaration of war is the safety bill, the only gain of which is reinforcing the chokehold the party has on us. With this bill, they are screwing every single citizen of this country. Yet most people are ignorant about this. Most people simply don't care about the rights being wrestled from them. Why bother when I have nothing to hide is their default excuse. They feel safe in their cozy houses while the government slowly puts the muzzle to their forehead, ready to pull the trigger any second. Basically, yes. With our move on the crowded Circle Mall in Bonn yesterday, the first shots have been fired towards the lurking indifference among the populace, but they were merely warning shots. A friendly reminder that it's about time to take sides in this conflict. We cannot tolerate indifference. We will not accept it. If you're not with us on this, you're against us. Frankly, I was in shock when I heard of the events in the mall, how you in particular incited the crowd to directly threaten the visitors. Now I'm even more astounded by your writing. I agree people being oblivious in this matter is the problem's root. We have discussed this many times. We must get their attention carefully, though, through interesting and remarkable events. We must make them think. Scaring them to death is the exact opposite. And he's right. More or less. Scaring people to get attention to one's message. Really? This is what thought is about? The problem is if you scare them, people do knee-jerk reactions. And then... Oh, I see. This is also blue-ish. But I had uploaded it already. Okay. I mean, if you scare them, they do knee-jerk reactions, and sometimes the best thing you can do is just not take action and calm down, but people want action. A lot of people... The whole George Carlin line. Think of how dumb the average person is. Half of them are dumber than that. That's kind of the thing. Half the country is dumber than the average person, and it's like... You know, you can't... I don't know. All you can do is try and engage them. Try and convince them, and... I don't know. I don't know. You definitely don't want to manipulate them, or... cause them to have some kind of knee-jerk reaction. On the other hand, if you want to convince them that more security, more surveillance is the way to go, then by all means, because they will totally go for that. Scaring people is convincing them, Abe. People only care about things that pose immediate threats to their life or lifestyle. Your own words. Surveillance is just too abstract Surveillance is just too abstract a topic, too far away to grasp. They don't feel the danger of it, so we made them feel. It's as simple as that. This isn't wrong, but the question's how. How is it? Well, oh, you. Timer went off, but it's fine. We'll finish up some of this stuff. Let us follow your argumentation for a moment. What did you achieve then? You just upset innocent bystanders in a time when they are already deeply unsettled. This is the exact reason why they're so afraid and yearn for safety in the first place. You've just proven them and the government right. Violence cannot be the key, and thought shall not stand for that. Oh, wrong profile. So it's brings up an interesting point, right? So you look at the whole, not necessarily slavery thing, but the, you know, rights of black people. You have Martin Luther K Jr., and Malcolm X. Malcolm X generally, at least at the start of his career, so to speak, preached violence. Martin Luther King preached peace. Which one is more remembered as being more influential? The one that preached peace. I mean, there is something to be said where there's rumors that Martin Luther King may have incited the government to attack him, or not him specifically, but his followers. That way they could get good publicity while they peacefully resisted, so to speak. You know, they could turn and be like, look at what the government's doing to us. We're just sitting here doing nothing, and we're getting attacked and sprayed with fire hoses and stuff. So you don't, I mean, if you're going for a certain side, I don't know, you can't be the ones that incite the violence, or perform the violence, I should say. I don't know. It's a lot of stuff. This game is very heavy. Violence? There was no violence. No one was hurt. Frightened at best. Honestly, I think it wasn't enough. We made some local press, but the big fish TMB didn't bite. No big deal at all. How are we going to reach the broad audience? The rethinking you wanted if you're not willing to let us do something about it. Ladies, gents, can we all calm down a notch? Abe, you were totally right. We were fucking fire starters. We got a little bit carried away by the euphoria of finally getting our message out there. We didn't think straight for a moment. It's not going to happen again. Afterwards, they're clever and feel sorry about their actions. It's always the same. Is it? I mean, they're people. They're not sociopaths. Thanks for stabbing me in the back when I needed you the most, Harry. This is not the right place for a discussion of this magnitude. We'll have a word about it in our next meeting. Yep. Remember, everything online is saved, including this video. It's always saved somewhere. It's going to end up on a hard drive somewhere. Wait, I was just here. I guess it takes a minute for it to go away. Hey kiddo, you're absolutely fucking right. One could call that evening mind-blowing, and of course I'll pick you up tonight. I like this more you were talking of, and I think I'm in need of it big time. But let's not stay at my place tonight. It's utterly unfit for a lady like yourself. Okay. Why is that significant? No lovers hidden there. Not only not so hidden leftovers and laundry, especially not Juliet. I haven't heard anything of that bitch in months. I'm done with her because I'm with you now, my Marka. Okay. Juliet and Harrison were together? That one's news to me. Guess it doesn't matter. It seems to be over now. How did you... That was something we uploaded, I know that. Because it was the whole, like, band thing. Pinky swear. And Nina? You mean anything will set me off? Angry outburst, Nina? gets angry outbursts. Don't even get me started on her. Enraged outbursts? Interesting. Keep looking for a reason behind this. She was my partner in crime a while ago, so to speak. That was it. Partners in crime? Okay, what crime? You have to be an AI, because you're way too literal. So babe, see you around 8 straight tonight. Much love, H. Okay, this is still showing up. Is there... What am I missing? I guess I could click on this. Oh, contact you, tell concerned one. Okay. Oh no, okay, that was it. Yep. Listener. Chat from Nina. Oh, because now we have her thing so we can monitor her. Okay, session, unknown person. From another person that looks just like Nina. Okay. See, this one's going top down and the other ones go bottom up. It's a little confusing. Maybe I can switch this? No. Okay. Hey, Sylv. Hey, Nina. Just wanted to ask if everything is fine. Yeah, don't worry. We're having a great time. Thanks for taking care, even though it's Saturday. Don't mention it. How are you feeling? Still shitty. Nina, I hate to say it, so don't hold it against me, okay? I'm fine. No, you're not. You're worrying me. You always look so sad. Often sad. Could be relevant to find out about what? Well, I guess. Okay, Nina says, nothing to worry about. Unknown person. Anything new on the love front? No. Only idiots on the singular portal thing you recommended, Sylv. Okay. Dunno how you got to find John among so much crap. I'm gonna remove the account. Yeah, it's 99% fools. Just keep it tight. Someone will come to the rescue. No thanks, I can rescue myself. Gotta work now. Thanks again, Sylv. Call you later. See you, girl, and cheer up. Reader, singular. Oh, we saw an ad for that. Don't be single. Be singular. Oh, continue to your profile. Oh. Oh, we logged in under her. I see. Hello, concerned. Great to see you again. It's a good day to fall in love. This is your public profile. Everything you enter here is visible for any visitor. Nina. Let's see. Female. Boynton Farview area. October 1985. Looking for men. Heterosexual. Well, you don't know that. It's what she's looking for now. Not sure this is helping. Hush. Hush, Symes. This is research. She is 6'1", or she's looking for... Oh, okay, whatever. I guess she's 6'1". That's tall. Body type athletic. Likes. Hiking, climbing, Asian food, the Beatles. Does not like suits, most movies, candlelight dinners, so don't even bother with that. Okay. What is your problem with suits, huh? They're the man. Really isn't much to say. Okay, Jack, I think we're gonna have to get up, because my leg is going to sleep. Okay. Oh, that's better. Oh, yeah. Alright. Okay. He's only 7 pounds. But he just gets in that little spot and just hits your pressure points. Recent profile visitors. Can I click on any of these? No? Your opinions? Okay. What are you looking for most in a potential partner? I guess these are the ones that she wants, and the white are not. She wants financial stability. Who doesn't need a little bit of reliability in their lives? Is she striving to find that stability on her own accord? Any reason why she craves stability? Well, I mean, if she wants financial stability, it's probably because she herself is fairly unstable. That's what I've seen. Okay, Jack, sorry, my cat. Okay, there you go. How long do you wish for your next relationship to last? A couple of years. Would you consider allowing your partner seeing other people? Yes. Oh ho. Would you consider dating someone who does not want or dislikes children? No. So she wants kids. How interested in politics are you? Quite a bit. That's not really... In the end, it all comes down to what degree of interest and which agenda. Sure, but these are vague. Somewhat, quite a bit, or very much. Like, okay. Are you a cat or dog person? Cat, dog, neither. I dislike animals. Can't you say both? She's a dog person, apparently. If you turn a left-handed glove inside out, it fits. What is this question? Oh, that's so silly. I thought I did both of those. Well, I guess oh yeah, it's probably your conversations. Let's see. To start a new conversation, visit the profile of your match. You may close the conversation whenever you feel like it. Your match will then be unable to message you unless you open it again. Let's see. Just saw your profile. You seem quite nice. Wondering if you have more pictures. Let me know. Looking forward to hearing from you. Holla. Holla, yo. Pretender 80. Okay. 34%. Is that like the percent of match, I guess? Super Randy. Oh. Hey Blondie, I came across your profile and I got stunned immediately by your striking beauty. I just had to message you. I wonder if you would spare some time for a lonely heart like me and go out with me sometime. We'd go out and have a drink at Frank's. You know that one since you're from Bonton too, right? What about the weekend? Blondie? Seriously, I don't recall anyone ever calling me Blondie, and I'm an 80s child. Great, me too. So when are we going out? We're not. Now I totally get why you're over 30 and still single, arrogant bitch. I like you, Super Randy, but not in a... I like you ironically. Hi concern, just read your interesting profile, left me dying for more information. Now here I am, asking way like you requested. If you dislike candlelight dinners and movies as you stated, guys will probably have a hard time dating you. Makes me wonder, what is it that you would like to do on a potential first date? Of course, I could resolve to just ask you out to the local Chinese place around the corner and abandon all the candle part of the dinner, but still does that seem a bit straightforward? I could really use a helping hand here. Care to lend me yours? Cheers, Sam. Wise Sam. By the way, this reminds me of some, what was it? It was like they were trolling people, so they'd create a fake profile with like a good-looking guy, and they'd fill out the profile and say he was like super rich and stuff. And they'd be like, oh yeah, I got arrested for raping children. Is that still okay? And they would be like, oh yeah, that's totally fine. And it's like, wow, there are some people that are just no. So, interesting dating sites. Hi Sam, it's kind of refreshing to read a decent message from time to time. If we were to go on a date, just ask me out to this local Chinese place you mentioned. I don't care much for dating rituals. By the way, my name is Molly Schwartz. What are you doing, Jack? He's like sticking his face right up against the screen in front of this text. Molly Schwartz, Sawainina. Molly Schwartz, she's using a fake name and such a peculiar one at that. Maybe she's one of those people that, I don't know what they're called, like habitual liars or something. Like they can only lie. All they do is lie. I mean, maybe I'm judging. Hi, Molly. Oh, great. Suits me well, because no kidding here, I don't like this stuff either. I think most guys don't, though it is nice from time to time, especially with the right woman. Speaking of which, I was hoping you could tell me a little bit more about you, what the person behind the small picture and all those separate chunks of data is like. What are you doing, Jack? He's like trying to get the mouse with his hand. What does Molly do for a living? What does she do when she's at home? Does she live all alone, or is there somebody waiting for her? Does she often get to climb? Please, Molly, feed a fool craving for each bit of knowledge about you. Don't let me starve. Cheers, Sam. He's a creeper. You ever wonder if people go on here on these sites and create fake profiles just for the whole purpose of, like, identity theft? I hadn't really considered it until I looked at this, but he's really asking for some specific stuff. But then again, I've seen some of the trolls online too, so, go for that. Who knows? Hey Sam, you're quite the dramatic guy, aren't you? Anyway, here I go. I work whatever I find, aka temp work. Hope you weren't looking for someone with a shiny job title. I live in a small flat in between tons of industrial waste. You still with me? And indeed, I don't live alone. There's a special someone in life. It's a man. He's also very, very important to me. He's also the reason I don't get to climb as much anymore. Jealous already? Don't be. It's my son, Michael. Oh, and why Sam closed the conversation. A single mother. Doesn't seem like the type to be involved with terrorist attacks. Was that all for this? Yes. Work easy. You know what? Let's stop here for today. Where is the... Okay, log out. Nina is the new target. You sure you want to log out? Yes. Well, that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much. Thanks for your time. Thanks for your attention. I really do appreciate it. By the way, now that November's over, I no longer look like this dude. I shaved the neck beard off, so we're good. Although I actually wasn't doing the neck beard thing. I was doing like the Wolverine, like mutton chops. It looked okay. It looked all right. But yeah, that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Any comments you guys have, good, bad, indifferent, let me know. I love hearing them, or reading them, or whatever you want to call it. Either way, what's your guys' positive, unique moment for today? That's definitely something I want to keep doing. Although it is getting harder, which is the point, because then you have to look for stuff. I guess for me, it would just be, even though I worked 19-hour one day and 16 hours another day and stuff like that, it's the whole anti-fragile concept. It's like you suffer a little bit and then it makes you grow as a person. So that's what I'm glad of. Hopefully you guys have something equally as positive. But that's all for today. Hope to see you guys next time. Until then, guys, take care.